Our group's mission is really to understand the genetic changes that have gone on in cancer and to better understand how we can apply that to influence care. My hope for personalized medicine is that every cancer patient will have access to comprehensive genetic tests that will let them better understand the types of genetic changes that have happened in their tumor, and that will then help them and their physicians to decide on the best course of therapy that's unique for their disease. If we're thinking about personalized cancer medicine, what we first need to do is for each person to understand the unique genetic characteristics of their tumor. Because while we can look at it and say this is liver cancer or lung cancer, and under a microscope they all look the same for that disease, if you get into the DNA, every cancer patient has different genetic changes. And those genetic changes are going to mean they respond differently to different drugs. So next generation sequencing is a technology that allows us to look at each individual DNA base and one at a time figure out what is the letter, almost like you're reading a book. But unlike traditional and older sequencing technologies where we would do that letter by letter, now we can do that in a massively parallel fashion. So for millions of different strands of DNA at the same time, we can figure out what the letters in the sequence are. We recently introduced a next generation sequencing based test to Genomics, which is a molecular diagnostics company we work with in California. And we help them to bring these same tools that we're building in the research space and to translate that into something that every lung cancer patient in the country might have access to through their physician. We rolled that test out, and we just heard word that the first cancer patient that received that had an actionable finding, meaning there was a mutation reported by our test that informed them that they would be likely to benefit from a particular targeted therapy.